The Lord be with you. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Matthew. Jesus said to his disciples, "Do not give what is holy to dogs, or throw your pearls before swine, lest they trample them underfoot and turn and tear you to pieces. Do to others whatever you would have them do to you. This is the law and the prophets. Enter through the narrow gate, for the gate is wide and the road broad that leads to destruction, and those who enter through it are many. How narrow the gate and constricted the road that leads to life, and those who find it are few." The Gospel of the Lord. Bulahang adlaw kanatong tanan. Found in today's Gospel reading is the so-called silver rule. You know what the golden rule is? Do not do unto others. It's negatively expressed. But in the Gospel, it is positively expressed. So scholars would classify this as the silver rule. Now, there is a very interesting point, however, in our first reading today, which we rarely reflect on. The chapter 13 of Genesis is, I always find this an ominous chapter or ominous number. I don't know if you believe in lucky 13 or whatever. But most of the 13 chapters of the books in the Bible, there is always some kind of a separation. This also happens in Acts chapter 13, where Paul and Barnabas separated. Now here, in Genesis, it's Abraham and Lot separating from each other, precisely because the land cannot anymore support the many animals that they have. And there were also little squabbles and quarrels. But scholars are very interestingly creative in understanding the reading. That inasmuch as the choosing of the land, that actually Abraham gave free rein to Lot, the attitude of the two men actually are very significant. When Lot chose the land that he wanted to dwell in, he was actually looking around. He was actually looking around immediately. That's why he got the best part. Abraham, on the other hand, was actually not looking at the land until God told him, "Look and see the land that is left for you." That's one thing. Second, what Lot has chosen, the best portion of the land there was at that time before Sodom and Gomorrah was destroyed, is a very interesting challenge to all of us, because it actually comes to our lives. We make choices in life, yes. Sometimes we make good choices, but it is not a guarantee that we have made good choices, because there are also other people in the peripheries, like the Sodomites and the people from Gomorrah who were wicked, who would somehow be a test to what that good choice is. In our lives, it's not a question of making the good choice right there and then, because we have to really be proven if ever we are worthy of such choices. And there are challenges and tests around. And this is what happened to Lot. He made the good choice, but people around him were evil. And this is now where we have to take into account what the Lord said in today's gospel reading, because these are so much connected. Good choices, but the environment are tests in order to prove us worthy and how far we can go and sustain what the goodness that we make, so that God's goodwill will be manifested and be fulfilled in us. Amen.